if you look at yeah, what the industry there shared, yeah, good. I mean, yeah, most things I already knew. For me, it wasn't that new because it's my work, so I have to keep tab on what everybody's doing. I love seeing like Peter Meyer from Itaio and the Sekai Camera guy. Got a sticker from him, and Junaio doesn't have a sticker. I want to have everybody else's sticker on my laptop, like on the bottom or something. Because we're linked somehow.
Right.
So I loved meeting them, but for the rest, takeaways, yeah, I wasn't really there for the content because most things I knew or knew about. I mean, it was great to see the mapping and tracking advances that are mostly, of course, are computer based, not mobile based yet. But yeah, we're keeping close track on what's happening. So yeah, for me, it was just good to see everybody.
I always hear from people that AR is a convergence of many different technologies. What are some technical hurdles that you see right now that are some of the biggest challenges for AR?
I think, well, you have the logical next steps. I don't see them as hurdles because they're just next steps everybody's waiting to take, like mapping and tracking. That is, the moment I can recognize that building there and make it green, because I want to see everything green, that's when we're going to see such a takeoff of where we even are now already. Mm-hmm. It's going to go quicker. But going back, I think one of the big challenges is ubiquitous, quick connectivity. Always, everywhere. I mean, you're from the States. I mean, you probably don't use a SIM here. So, if I go to the States, I am pushed back to what's the E called again? GPRS speeds with my 3G capable phone because I'm visiting the network. I mean, those kinds of things. So either it's business rule driven within the operators, or there's just no coverage because technically they didn't put up a pole, or the pole can't work it. So that, I think, is just the first hurdle still for a good AR experience. Be it mapping and tracking based, or just what we do now with Compass and GPS and things like that. Because you want to be running, and it has to be good if you're playing your game, or if you're learning, or if you're doing whatever you're doing.
Can't wait for something to load as you move and that kind of thing.
No, you can't. You can just as well do computer based AR and stick markers on you and yeah. That's the same thing then, I'd say.
What are some future developments that you guys have coming that you can share?
There are two things that we announced. Is that our API update, and in short, it's about creating more immersive experiences for the developers. So you have a little bit more control of our menus, so how it's portrayed and how the POI message thingy is used. So you have more power basically to do more cool stuff. So I really like that. We're working to finish that by the end of the summer. The documentation is already online if you go to dev.layar.com, you can see it. And then that's on one side. On the other hand, we have, of course, we're working on Stream to make that better, but we also introduced our third foundation or pillar, if you will, and that is floaticons. We got the payment and the business for the community or the dev community going. We got a Stream for you to literally, if you pull out your phone, it already works, augment, or you can start your AR quicker because you know what's there before you hold it up. So we got the startup going, and then we're like, the messaging, there's lots of messaging, communication. People want to express themselves. So that's how we came up with floaticons. And floaticons are 3D characters that you can choose. So you have a whole array that we designed. I can show you the whole family that we have because they're really cute and cool. And basically what you do is when you're somewhere, you can see what floaticons are there, or you can place one. You just choose one that fits you and your message. You add your message to it, and then people can see it floating around because that's what it does. And it's one that's shaped like a beer can. It's one that has a soccer jersey on of a particular team. And this way people can express themselves, leave messages, and it's the start of what we think is really a whole digital world of people expressing themselves, looking for ways to enhance their world. And this is not live yet. We have a live version for the developers on Android. They can download a beta version. We're going to be using that for feedback. And that'll also be online after summer for everybody. First on Android, then on iPhone. And we're really excited about that too because it's well, not that Twitter, because that's so powerful now, but a first step in expression in augmented reality.
Nice. You'd like to see yourself in, say, 5 years, 3 to 5 years?
Well, I have no clue. Like where, because it's going so quick.
Yeah.
A year ago, I would have laughed at you if you would told me 1,000 layers, all the pre-installs. I mean, come on, are you crazy? And look at where we are. So in 5 years, I mean, what I'd like to do, and is or like to be, my wish is that I see that augmented reality, or we see that augmented reality is the new mass medium, like the web was to what we cannot live without anymore. Augmented reality can become a multitude of that. How exactly we don't know yet, but the ability to make your own world or enhance your own world, that's going to be so powerful. And in order for that to exist, you need good infrastructure. And what with Layar I'd really like to see is that we are able to add to that infrastructure in a good way, to give it a good foundation. Hopefully we'll be there still, big and strong, whatever, at least healthy. But really, in one way or the other, like that protocol, that format, whatever, it happened, and we made it even a little bit, or made sure it is good too. I'd like that to see that in whatever form.